okay, so you say you would not direct yourself again, but you did mention that you gave some advice to Zoe about her directorial debut. Like, what was that
Don't
advice?
be in the movie.
I was just about to say, don't say that. That's the one thing.
It's good advice.
Just don't be in the movie. Like,
Really?
I was like, look, if you're gonna be in the movie, you need literally however many days you think you need, just double it. Like, because otherwise you just don't have any time to like go back and like watch it and like see what you're doing, and because it's a maze. You know, it's a maze when you're just acting alone. You don't know if you've done it right. You never leave a scene going, nailed it. Like you're like, I don't know, did we try it every way that we can possibly think of? And that's it. So she took my advice.
She took your advice.
I think she was always planning on not doing it, but hadn't really made the decision.
You could just step aside and really be a filmmaker, you know, and that's it's a huge job in and of itself.
Easy. What are y'all so scared of? Smell it out, big time.
You're making your directorial debut in this movie, along with you, Reid. You know, you guys have worked together before, but tell me, why this movie? Why was this the one you wanted to do? And I guess, is this a love letter for Lulu?
You know, I lost my puppy of 11 years, went on a road trip with her on like the last days. She passed like 2 days after I got back. And it was at a time in my life where I like did not want to lose my best friend. I mean, you never want to really lose your best friend. Came back and just told Reid about it, and we were like, man, there's really something here for a really like strong theme in a movie, and which was the theme was surrender, and we wrote that whole movie essentially that it was a really sad ending because Lulu has to die. But then when like reflecting on like what Lulu really meant to me, it wasn't sad at all. It was really joyful and beautiful and free and kind of like untethered, and and then we kind of started to sort of I think really just put shape to this other story that we had experienced this really small community of special operators in the military and their dogs, and we kind of just sort of fell in love with some of them. Yeah,
we wanted to shine a light on our relationships with our dogs and the parts of those relationships that really kind of like lit us up and formed most of our favorite memories. And so we wanted to kind of like honor that, and then also honor the community of Rangers who we met in making our documentary for HBO called War Dog. And they really kind of gifted us their stories and access to their world. And we felt like nobody had ever seen this world of these incredible animals and these sort of super soldiers. So we really wanted to highlight that for people.
I'm all you got. I'm it. It's just me.
Did you find it therapeutic to be able to do this movie and, as a tribute to Lulu?
Yeah, there was some definite moments where there was one in particular in the kind of in the end of the movie where I end up saying, because I try to refrain from saying Lulu's name almost the whole movie. That's why it's called Dog.
Yeah.
And then when I finally say her name in the ending, there was one moment where I was like, we're gonna. Yeah. I need a minute. Like it, and it was cathartic on a lot of levels, I think.
I imagine that it was fun to be, wearing the director's hat, but then also acting, but also very challenging. Like, what did you do for fun? Was there time in between? Like
no time.
Fun. No fun. Yeah. Well, I mean,
really?
Look, making movies is fun, but like we were one of 3 movies to get going after COVID. There was a lot of movies and TV shows that got started back again, but we were making our own protocols because we weren't really a part of a studio yet. We paid for the movie ourselves, and it was chaos. It was true chaos, and I probably won't direct myself ever. I won't.
Really?
If I ever direct again, it'll not be in the movie. Let's just say that.
Or maybe a little part.
A tiny part. Yeah, I guess to probably get it greenlit.
I feel like if anybody could convince him to do it, it's you, Reid.
I hope so. We'll see. But he did a great job, and I think that was one of the cool things about watching Chan do that, is that he has such great instincts. Is that you can kind of direct yourself in many ways, and through kind of understanding these dogs as well as he did. He worked with these dogs for about a year before we started shooting it. All the time, every week, and understanding that relationship at a very deep level is kind of the backbone of the movie. I mean, he was able to kind of subtly work with these dogs inside of every scene.
This, as I said before, this isn't the first time you guys worked together. Like, you've done other things, and it would be remiss of me to not mention Magic Mike, the finale. Give me a little something of what we can expect.
Yeah, I mean, everyone always said we just want more dancing, and but then they were like, we don't care about the story or characters, just more dancing, and so we're gonna. I think we finally
some extra story.
There's going to be some extra story. Actually, I think a story that actually people are going to care about really more for the first time. It's not, really, I don't know. Anyway, this movie specifically, I think, is we've been building to this moment. We could not have made the movie that we're about to make without the first 2 movies, and then everything that we've learned in the live shows. I'm really excited, like beyond excited, because we're gonna get to do stuff in this movie and talk about some themes that we've really never talked about.
So you're pulling from like the live shows.
Yeah.
How do you top the dancing from the second? I don't know how you're gonna do
We're gonna smash the dancing from the second one.
That's how
He's gonna be in the credits. Look,
that might be how we top it.
I was in the first one, you know.
Tall Paul's gonna come back.
Tall Paul.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.